Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and I am playing Judgment today. Game 4, this one against Hen 1000. So we're going to have the good luck, have fun. This is with an energy deck, and I don't know what Hen's playing, but if he's playing a Hen 1000, then it's got to be something scary under that helmet. Don't know for sure. Sorry if my voice is a little different today. I got allergies, and apparently that's making me talk deeper, so maybe this is the silky, smooth voice I need to bring on the viewers or something. I don't know, I'm actually almost at 900 subscribers on this video, so I really appreciate you all sticking around, telling your friends, promoting stuff. I do more than Scrolls videos, but Scrolls is something I really like, and Judgment's brought me kind of back into it. So Hen's dropped a Decay first, which is interesting. Probably what's going to be best for me to do here, I'm going to hold on to the Violent Dispersal in case there is a, probably use it in the moment he drops a Harvester. But I'm going to get rid of Metal Heart first. And just drop down a Gravelock Raider just to have something down. Maybe that'll make him burn a Languid that he has early. I don't know. My gut's telling me this is a Decay Growth deck, but it might not be. But we'll see right now, because I got an Automata Forge, I got a Metal Wonder. Those are all pretty nice cards. The Siege Cracker, actually a better late card than early card, but I at least like to have something down on the floor early. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, Metal Wonder is amazing against Decay when they play a lot of spells, as they tend to do. Unfortunately, this is Judgment, so there's no guarantee that the Decay player is going to have all the spells he really wants. So Hen taking his time to think about what he's going to do. Apparently the Gravelock Raider being a little scarier than usual. There's a Loyal Darkling though, so no surprise there. Loyal Darkling, very great common card, big staple in this kind of setting. So I'm actually going to get rid of the Siege Cracker. You know what? Yeah, because of all of these cards that I have, I feel like I should pocket the Violent Dispersal. I don't need the Copper Automaton yet, and we'll save that. The Siege Cracker, I can worry about idle damage later. So as much as I kind of want to play this right now, Copper Automaton, at least in my experience in getting owned by energy players in the past, it seems to be better to actually sit on it and use it as a reactionary card. However, he could drop something behind the Darkling, so we'll see how that goes. I'm half expecting a Languid here on the Gravelock Raider. I don't care too much about 2 idle damage early. So Pillar of Disease, now that's interesting. Opponent's units on the same row have an attack decreased by 1. So now I'm not going to be able to hurt him there. I'm actually going to play this a little bit differently than maybe I normally would. I'm going to get rid of the Copper Automaton. It just doesn't feel great to do. But I guess in terms of the cards I have, there's more Copper Automatons around. There's other cards I want to start playing here. Starting with the Automata Forge. So we're going to juke you up here. And we're going to play the Automata Forge right here. I do want a Metal Wonder down as well. I don't know if it's as strong, but I'm going to try and see kind of what I can make happen here. Because this Darkling right now, Pillar of Disease is an interesting card. I wonder how it plays out in drafts like this. Maybe I will get rid of the Automata. There's the Languid. Would have loved to have the Metal Wonder out there a turn before. Ripper now too, so he's moving up here. He's kind of playing into what I want him to do. Alright, so 2 Ether Pumps. Don't really need 2 Ether Pumps right now. We are going to stick at this point with, let's see here, probably best to stick with just 1. I don't know, the Metal Wonder can be a really good spell deterrent, so let's get that out first. We're going to drop it down here. And for some reason this guy still has 0 attack because he is languided. So we'll see. Right now, I'm not forgetting to pump my Automata Forge this time. That was a problem I ran into in the past. But we'll see here. Metal Wonder down here. So just trying to split his board at this time. I'm saving the Violent Dispersal for something scary. 1 Ether Pump's good. I have 3 in this deck. So he's moving forward here. And there's a Cursemonger. Now there's a card that is worth a Violent Dispersal if I've ever seen it. We'll get rid of the Zealot. I'm actually going to sack for cards here just because I don't like top decking like this. Inferno Blast is pretty nice. So what do I want to do here? I can leave this guy here. He's not going to be able to curse and kill it this turn. So that's a start. We'll drop the Ether Pump down here. That's going to force him to react a little bit. If he wants to go balls out on the Automata Forge, he can be my guest. Like I said, I'm saving the Violent Dispersal for something a little more tasty. So I guess the question now is he going to focus and kill? There we go. So he's going to move everybody up here. Leave this guy vulnerable for the next turn. And there's a Scavenger Construct, so it's not going to be doing a ton of good here as he's spamming the board with a lot of stuff all of a sudden. So I got to be mindful here. Second Ether Pump, pretty nice. Inferno Blast, pretty good. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the Siege Cracker, as he has a lot of stuff down. I guess the first question is an Inferno Blast going to do me a ton of good at this point? And the answer is I don't know. I guess maybe I should have sacrificed for resources to possibly Violent Disperse that, but I am a little concerned about what could be coming. So we'll go ahead and just drop another down here. We're going to probably just say that this Automata Forge is dead after here. Save the Inferno Blast for something that could be useful in just a little bit. We'll find out. Still have the Violent Dispersal. Not out of this game yet. Got lucky with where the Cannon Automaton dropped at this point. Would love to get multiple Inferno Blasts though, but if he straight up attacks the Automata Forge, it's dead. If he curses it, there's not really a great sense of purpose for that. But I do have 2 Ether Pumps, and now the Metal Wonder at least is there, although once again in this kind of mode here, as he has this guy just attacking now, Languid as well, so that's idle damage. And that's what I was saying before. The idle damage is not really super key here. So let's go ahead and State Machine's interesting, but not that interesting. Probably the Inferno Blast is going to be better here. Spark is good. Spark is very good because I can get rid of the Ripper that way. So let's see here. I do have a Blessing of Haste, which is going to be pretty nice. I do have the Violent Dispersal that I can potentially play here. Let's go ahead and do a good amount of, healthy amount of damage here. And I will Spark you. Because if I Spark him and the Ether Pump goes off, these guys are going to die. This one is marked for death anyway. So I don't know if he has some card that will let him destroy the Ether Pump. I don't think Damning Curse targets anything other than creatures. We're going to find out. But yeah, right now my 2 Ether Pumps are going to have to get some work in. We'll see how this goes. I may have to violently disperse one of these guys just to make it happen. So Ilmar Rod Eater. Okay, we've just switched our target for what's getting Violent Dispersal here. Jesus Christ, because the Ether Pump is just gonna make this guy very happy. So Automata Forge as well. There's really only one play here, and that play is this. Well, I guess it's not necessarily true. I can always violently disperse him next turn. But right now my one worry is that one of my Ether Pumps is gone. And there's not really a lot I can do, but still, kind of a tough situation to be in. But at least I'll get one guy down here. He's having to focus down my structures at this point. I just don't want this guy to get super huge, and I only have 1 Violent Dispersal. So that's where I would have loved to have drawn a burn here, but didn't quite get it. So lots of things dying. I do get 2 idle damage. He's going to kill my other Ether Pump before it can go off. This guy goes hungry hippos and gets a little bit bigger, but he doesn't have an Amnivore down. Most important thing is that I'm not out of this yet. He does have some Scavenger Constructs, which are pretty large and scary, but overall, right now, once again, the important thing is that I'm not out of it. And he is going to take out one of my Ether Pumps, though, which sucks, but let's get rid of you. Copper Automaton would have been a little better maybe earlier. So let's go ahead and drop a Law Memorial up here. And I'm going to see if I can maybe expose some of his units right now. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to save this. Could be good, might not be that good. Maybe I could put it down here to be a deterrent. That may have been the better play. This guy can't move. So he just poisons whatever's on the row. The important thing right now is that he has a very defensive lineup here. I can play the Copper Automaton down here. Unfortunately, this Slayer dude, Ilmar Hunter, he's just getting so much on the board right now, and I'm not. So Charge Coil is nice. Not mandatory. I only have 1 Charge Coil, though. That's kind of the kicker. Alright, well, let's see here. If I don't play Charge Coil, if I don't play the Copper Automaton, this thing is going to be dead in 2 turns. So that makes that choice easier. Inferno Blast. Now that is what I like to see. Alright. So I have 2 Inferno Blasts that I can play with. I can play 1 this turn and 1 next turn. Or I can take out both of these guys. I can take out all 3 of these guys right here and save the Copper Automaton. That's the smarter move. So let's do that. And that's gonna buff up both of these walls, but that's okay. I will take 2 cards for 3 creatures that are about to attack any day of the week. So let's hear one more ether pump that's gonna go off. I don't have a lot to play with, but I don't feel super behind here. If he doesn't have anything to play, that is a start. Now Blast Strike doesn't do me any good at this point. Dust Runner and Copper Automaton, on the other hand, are fan-freaking-tastic. So, how are we going to play this? Oh, probably best first practice to do, because this is going to die, and these 2 things are going to attack. That is a tough call, because I want the Dust Runner to be effective. Probably better to drop the Dust Runner down here. What I'm debating, I should probably just go ahead and pay energy to pump this. And we're going to play some Deterrence Scrolls here, because I do not want him to get a hit on this Automata Forge. So that seems like a decent play, especially when I have a second Automaton ready. It's going to attack next turn. Once again, these Scavenger Constructs are getting very happy and healthy, but we'll see what happens. Like, if he moves both these guys up here, this thing's dead. And that's kind of the move I was counting on. Illimar Rod Eater, still a little bit irritating to play against. Amnivore, that's the combo I've kind of been dreading to face a little bit. But once again, the Automata Forge is right there. Dust Runner's good. Crossbowman, very good. Storm Runner, incredibly good. Would love to have that Blessing of Haste back. So we will go ahead and drop this, because I really want to pin down that guy. So let's go ahead and do some creature spamming of our own. And that's how this is going to work. So I can just move this up here. If he doesn't move that guy back, it's going to get shot. Well, actually, let's see. Okay, he didn't put a Languid on there. That's a Pillar of Disease. So I can't attack anything and kill it instantly in this row. But the Storm Runner, I do like that placement decently. We'll see what happens. Like I said, this deck seems to be all about surviving the early game, and I'm not too concerned about both of those. So Horn of Ages, that's important, because it does idle damage, but it sticks my guys and keeps them in a certain position. Question now is, unfortunately, because that Copper Automaton's there, and Mire Curse as well, which is always an interesting card to me. Eager Scryer as well, which is a very fascinating card. So he is going to eat some idle damage here. I do get a Destroyer, which is pretty nice. But we'll see if I can maybe get a Spark here. That'd be super lucky if I did. The unfortunate thing is I can't move my cards. So we'll see what else we can get. Metal Heart. Is that going to save me? Target creature gains attack equal number of structures you control at the end of turn. What do I want to do here? Because I cannot move these guys. And I'd love to kill the Pillar of Disease. But this Dust Runner is probably just toast. So, I have 3 structures. I could kill that idol straight out. I wish one of these guys up here were attacking. Probably better first off to pay 3 energy and pump. Alright, and we are not going to Metal Heart this turn, I guess. Unless I do this down here and then it's just going to kill the Pillar of Disease, which I guess for the cards that I have, that's okay. We'll drop the other Dust Runner down here. So at least do some idle damage there. Not perfect, but I'll take it. So Pillar of Disease down, back to 1 there. This Dust Runner's probably dead. Important thing though is that I'm not falling behind here. If I can just keep up with his creatures going, and the Scavenger Construct only, Amnivore I think is only creatures. So there we go, Languid again on the Storm Runner, which is a little irritating, but I'll deal with it later. He's going to attack with this Rod Eater. One of the important things is that I didn't kill anything around where that Rod Eater is. Now there's Watcher, and Watcher is interesting because I do have non-combat damage or death effects here. I'm assuming Ether Pump is non-combat damage, so Watcher could do some things here. He clears quite a nasty amount of my board as I'm top decking here. Do get a Violent Dispersal, which is actually a card I really want to hold on to, but it sucks, but I'm top decking, so I can't. Siege Cracker and Inferno Blast will have to do at this point, and I guess what we're going to do here is just hit as much as I can when I can. and let's try and tuck you over here, because we are gonna get some damage momentarily. I want to protect this, so I'm top decking again. No damage there, unfortunately. I really want to focus down this Watcher if I can, but it's going to take a little more work than what I've got. So we're going to learn real quick. Is Ether Pump actually a result of non-combat damage? Now that's interesting. Alright, so he's moving this guy down here to attack. And there is... Oh, the Mire Curse. Duh, okay. Spark, once again, a card I really, really want. I want to take out that Watcher so badly. But I just can't. We're going to have to Inferno Blast instead. And let's see here. I can Inferno Blast and kill up here. It's way more important that I kill this guy, though. So that's what we're going to do. And otherwise, I guess we are just protecting our Automata Forge. Which I know this guy's going to take some poison damage. That sucks. I'm keeping the Gravelock Raider because I don't like top decking. Let's see here. Deals damage to a creature. This is not a creature. So we will just keep you out of harm's way right now. I'm going to kill this guy even though that is damage to me. It's a worthy trade-off. He does get a card draw for it, which sucks a little, but what can you do at this point? I'm card starved. I've had to sacrifice 2 cards that I really want to keep. Important thing is hopefully I can kill this before something happens. So he's going to kill these 2 creatures. My Automata Forge will remain. He gets another Cursemonger. Cursemonger is a fantastic card that I feel like I underutilize. So second Ether Pump, that's nice. Let's get rid of you. Destroyer could actually be really fascinating here. So could a Blast Strike. Blast Strike could actually be really key right here. So I guess the first question for me is, do I want to freak him out with this? And I think the answer to that is yes. So I put this if I put this here, alright, this is what we're going to do. Because this Destroyer will die if I don't protect it. This thing could die. Some tough calls coming up, folks. Blast Strike's interesting. Ether Pump may be more important. It will go off next turn and destroy things. I kind of want to deter his cards here. So we'll go like this. Because he can't kill the Destroyer this turn. And it's just going to go on and on. I don't think Blast Strike actually works. Deals combat damage. I don't know if Blast Strike works on this. I guess we're going to find out. No Ether Pump this turn, unfortunately. And yeah, not a lot I can do other than just this for now. So we are going to be exposing this Automata Forge to damage. I have plenty of forges, so that's okay. My Metal Wonder's still alive. I do have Ether Pumps. This Watcher could die before it becomes relevant, which would be great. Because he has not taken out this Ether Pump yet. I guess the question now is, he has some order here. Does he have a Blessing of Haste he can use or something? So I'm a little worried about there. There's an Infected Gravelock, so he's going to be working on that again. I can kill that, though, with my Dust Runner. So going for more damage there, that's okay. Gravelock Raider, pretty good. Alright, let's do this. Let's sack for cards from the creature here. Another Copper Automaton, which is great. Siege Cracker, which is great. So let's read this one more time. Every time a enchant creature deals combat damage to a unit, Blast Strike deals 1 damage to every adjacent unit that is hit. That will be super key, because that means I will be able to clear out most of his board. So what we're going to do is Blast Strike on you. And move down here. Take you out. We are going to drop a second Ether Pump right here just to protect the Destroyer a little bit. I guess. Is the Destroyer actually targeting the Cursemonger? No. That'd be too convenient. So we'll drop a second Ether Pump. There's really no such thing as out of harm's way unless it's up here. So we'll drop it out of harm's way up here. There we go. You know what? I'm making the best of a situation that I have been handed to. So let it fly, folks. Watcher's going to die at the same time as that combat resolves, so no bonus damage there. Blast strike there. Damage there. And I've cleared a bunch of his stuff. He has a Cursemonger still, but a Cursemonger at 1 health. He has Languid as well, so he does that on the Destroyer, which is okay. Destroyer did his job. Amnivore here. More idle damage, and this is where Decay starts to get hurt by my Metal Wanderer by quite a bit. Curse 2, so he's going to take out that Ether Pump. I will take that trade every day of the week. If he's going to Curse 2 and Ether Pump instead of something else, Viscera Sage as well. So I guess the matter now is I have a second Law Memorial. I don't need more than one. Charge Coil and Blessing of Haste. Fantastic. And for the reason I say it's fantastic is because that means I'm going to be able to take out the Cursemonger. Okay, let's do this Leroy Jenkins style, shall we? So first off, Blessing of Haste on you. Very important kill here. Charge Coil here. Copper Automaton. Still very important that I try and take out things here. I'm actually going to drop it here just in case he decides to get cute and hide it. Or no, I'm going to drop it here mainly because I really want to deter that bottom row. Whereas Save the Siegecracker could play it. There may be better cards to get though. So Tom Forge still doing business. Still has Mire Curse, so this guy's dead regardless, but he's made a noble sacrifice. Important thing is I didn't put a structure right next to it. So I have limited what I can do in the middle of the board a little bit. But he has 5 cards. He has a lot he can work with. My Metal Wonder, though, is really... he's going to start losing idols if he starts getting spell happy. That's part of the issue. I do have multiple Ether Pumps that I can start to drop as well. I almost want to take out that... I almost want to take out the Automata Forge just so it doesn't get Mire Cursed. There's a Pillar of Fatigue, so now things don't move. That plays to my advantage, I think, a little bit better than him, though. To be perfectly honest. So what we're going to do in that case is, let's see here. I got some options here. Let's get rid of the Siegecracker. There we go, Inferno Blast. That is what I like to start with. Second Automata Forge, which is also pretty nice. I could do a lot of idle damage there. Let's go ahead and just clear up this business real quick. That's going to be some... Do both of these cards have Amnivore? Yeah. Not a lot I can do about that. So he's just going to get some cards. So that's okay. More important to take out the creatures at this point. And let's see. If I put the Copper Automaton up here and he moves, it's not going to get anything. We'll save the Forge for another turn. This guy's just going to have to take some more poison damage and possibly attack. So... let's see what the Charge Coil does. Let's see what everything does. I did take out one of the Scavenger Constructs. Taking out more idols. 0 damage on the Destroyer. I'm glad I put that in. It served its purpose very well here. Charge Coil hitting the Pillar of Fatigue, which is not perfect, but it's okay because the Ether Pump is now going to be able to go without too much problem. And there's the surrender from Hen, so GG. I get another victory, kind of a fortuitous, I don't know. I'll take it though, because he did get a lot of scrolls, and that's where I kind of go against the Scavenger Construct Amnivore combo and just say, you know what, I'll let you draw cards. But the Pillar of Fatigue kind of did him in himself there in the end. But I do have 1 Judgment match remaining. I do have a shot at possibly getting 2 rares out of this, and I'm not exactly sure what I'll get. But still, Energy's fun to play. I have heard some people hoo-hawing about how Energy is too strong in Decay, and I will, or not Decay, in Judgment. And I will say that Energy is strong, but it's not the strongest thing since sliced cheese. I guess you could say the removal and structure aspect of it's pretty damn powerful though. But we'll keep playing this and we'll see kind of what happens next, but for now this is Way to Fail. Gonna be shooting for a 4 out of 5 in Judgment, which would be a personal best because I'm not the best player this side of ever. But hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next time.